Greetings, everyone. Today's Mind Mastery Coaching is about reframing the words that you use to get yourself to do things that you don't want to do, that you feel resistance towards doing. In this discussion, we will talk specifically about the words, I need to get this thing done, or I have to get this thing done, and how we can change these words to words that will motivate us to actually get the stuff that we want to get done. Words have power, and depending on the type of word that you choose, it will convey a certain kind of meaning, and that meaning will evoke a certain type of emotion. So, a lot of times, it isn't the task that is necessarily holding us back from accomplishing it. A lot of times, it is the emotion associated with that task that might be holding us from accomplishing the task. For instance, consider the goal of waking up every morning to run. For some, the idea of going to the gym might evoke feelings of physical discomfort, shame, the energy required to get there, or the challenge of fitting it into a busy schedule. These factors can lead to anxiety, making the task seem overwhelming and often resulting in procrastination. Essentially, it's the perceived negative cost, whether emotional or behavioral, that leads to procrastination. The idea is, when we reframe, we want to choose words that lower the emotional resistance we feel towards getting the task done. Here are some examples of reframing to reduce the negative cost of doing the task. Instead of saying, I need to work out tomorrow, consider saying, I want to wake up in the morning and work out tomorrow. Because I want to feel energized. I want my body to feel healthy. I want to give back to my body in gratitude. And exercising movement is a form of self-love and self-appreciation. In addition, it will help me become more mentally fit. So you notice here, instead of saying, I need to or I have to, we switch the word to I want to, because that's what you do want to do. You do want to work out. And a want is a word that elicits positive feelings of abundance, of fulfillment. So by switching I need to I want to, you are lessening your resistance towards that task and therefore changing the emotional feeling of that task. So you change the word. You change how you feel about it. When you change how you feel about it, you change your behavior and your attitude towards it. When you say I need to, need has a feeling of urgency, right? And so if you're already feeling anxious, another need would only make you feel more anxious. Need has a feeling of all or nothing. Either I do this or I don't do it. And that all or nothing feeling feeds into our anxieties. Another example is when we use the word, I have to do X, Y, and Z. I have to get up in the morning. I have to go to work. I have to feed the pets. I have to clean my home. So that have to, if you're already feeling overwhelmed or anxious or frustrated, already adds to our emotional burdens. Having to do something doesn't give you options, doesn't give you freedom, the free will of choice, does it? So, what we want to do is convert that to I get to. I get to wake up in the morning and go to work and make money to sustain my family, to sustain myself. I get to clean the house and I get to feel good after cleaning my home. I get to walk my dog and I get to exercise while I'm doing it. I get to meet new people. I get to appreciate my surroundings. My dog gets to walk around and exercise and smell all the aromas of the world and appreciate the world and be happy. In conclusion, all we are doing is simply switching one word, critical word, to a non-critical word, to an optimistic word, to a hopeful word, and in doing so, we change our emotional reaction to a task, and thereby we are more motivated and encouraged to completing that task. This is one example of reframing, and there are hundreds of techniques to reframe our words, depending on the situation that we're faced with. That's all for today, folks. Hope this was helpful. I am looking forward to hearing your examples of how you've incorporated this form of reframing into your mental habits.